Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, passion for excellence.
Here are today's top headlines. The survival of the Pontiac G8 is off again. Jim Farley takes on new responsibilities at Ford, and hybrids may not save as much gasoline as expected. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Friday, July 17th, 2009, and now the news. Yesterday, we reported the Pontiac G8 would survive in the American market as the Chevrolet Caprice. Well, today, those plans are off. Seems like GM's CEO Fritz Henderson and Vice Chairman Bob Lutz were not quite on the same page on this one. Lutz publicly stated the car would be continued to be sold in the American market. Henderson publicly stated it would not, and since Henderson is the chief executive officer, he has the final say. For now. In a clear signal of its growing confidence in Jim Farley, who's running global marketing for Ford, the company is giving him operational responsibility for Canada, Mexico, and South American operations. Interestingly, in his marketing job, Farley will report to CEO Alan Mulally. In his operational role, he'll report to Mark Fields, President of the Americas. Obviously, Farley is proving to Ford he can do a lot more than just marketing and is being groomed for a more senior role in the company. And in a related move, Ray Day, Vice President of Communications, will no longer report to Farley and instead will report directly to Mulally. Ward reports that Audi will start pilot production of its new small car, the A1, in Belgium this October. Its facility in Brussels will be the sole source of the hatchback model. Currently, the plant's also home to the Audi A3 and Volkswagen Polo, but the company will stop building the VW there to make room for the A1. Full production is expected to begin in 2010, with cars hitting the streets early next summer. Autoblog reports that a study released by Quality Planning shows hybrids may not be all they're cracked up to be. Throughout 2007 and 2008, the organization analyzed the habits of 360,000 drivers. It found that hybrid and non-hybrid drivers have very similar commutes, but hybrid people drive 25% more, burning up most of the fuel that hybrids are supposed to save. The study also shows that hybrid drivers are more likely to get traffic tickets, presumably not speeding tickets, and it also shows that repair costs for hybrids are significantly higher than with non-hybrid cars. GM is expected to announce the location of its battery factory in the next month. According to the Detroit Free Press, that site will be in Brownstown Township in Michigan, which is south of Detroit. The $40 million facility will employ about 100 people and will make lithium-ion battery packs for the Chevrolet Volt. Speaking of batteries, Mercedes announced it will introduce an all-electric version of the SLS AMG. The vehicle is powered by a lithium-ion battery and 4 electric motors positioned near the wheels. Mercedes says the vehicle will go from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in about 4 seconds, equivalent to the SLS AMG equipped with a 6.3-liter V8. And here's how the grid can get the juice to make up for all those electric cars. A Burger King in New Jersey plans to install a speed bump in its drive-thru that will harness kinetic energy from all the cars that pass through each day. According to CNET, the drive-thru will be lined with metal plates that move up and down as cars pass. That energy can be harnessed and captured twice a day and then be used as electricity. Coming up next, a preview of this week's episode of Autoline Detroit. We'll be back right after this.
Changing tires out here could be dangerous, but with these tires, I don't need to worry.
Bridgestone.
This week's episode of Autoline is all about what GM and Chrysler need to accomplish in order to be successful going forward. In the following preview, University of Michigan marketing professor Christy Nordhelm talks about the problems that Chevrolet faces as it looks for a brand identity.
What does Chevy mean? Is Chevy a Camaro or is Chevy a Volt? I mean, those are two very different kind of psychic positionings, right? They're very.
Can you come up with a plan that says here's how they rationally both exist?
Absolutely not. And again, that is the answer is always focus, right? And I'm not talking Ford focus.
How's Toyota do it? Have a Camry and
yeah, but they all deliver reliability. You ask any Toyota driver from a marketing perspective, when I say in Toyota one word is it, they all say the same thing: reliability, right? And what I think that reliability gave them was a foundation so that people could say, okay, I think I'll go ahead and try this hybrid car, even though it's a little scary, right? So they say that. BMW says performance, Porsche says performance and design, right? So what does Chevy say? Is it going to say hot sports car like the Camaro, or is it going to say tech car like the Volt, Or are we going to use distinct brands, which is perfectly fine. You could just say this is a Camaro, we're going to downplay the Chevy, and this is a Volt, and we're going to downplay the Chevy. They can deliver two things with two separate brands, but to deliver two very strong, powerful messages under the same brand umbrella, very challenging.
As always, you can watch the entire episode of Autoline on our website a little bit later today. Okay, thank goodness it's Friday, and it's time to announce the winner of this week's trivia contest. We challenged you to tell us the name of the parent company that builds Subarus. And the correct answer is Fuji Heavy Industries. As always, we randomly selected this week's winner from the pool of correct responses, and the lucky winner is Larry Gruenwald of Pahrump, Nevada. Congratulations, Larry. You just won an Eyes on Design poster. Anyway, that'll do it for today's show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Visit our website for even more great content all week long. Autoline Extra, Dawn's Journal, podcasts, and even more. So click over and get the inside view at AutolineDetroit.tv.